We're live. We really are live. Woo! Hey, everybody. It's been 3 weeks, hasn't it? Okay, we are live today. No more best of series. Get rid of my stick. Welcome to Festool Live. It's Friday. It is noon. So we're discussing today the difference between noon and midnight. Okay, and some of us here don't know the difference. That would be Chris. So, okay, so correct me if I'm wrong. Is midnight AM? Yes. Okay, and noon is PM. Yep. Okay, Chris, you gonna write that down? I'll take a mental note. Okay. Okay, everybody, let's call out the room. We are so stoked to be back. I didn't know what to do for 3 weeks. Oh, that's the joke. I had plenty of fun. By the way, thank you for the time off. Okay. Hey, over here we got Big D. He's back in town on the camera. We have Chris, the unit cyber. Over here we have Minnie. Okay. Down here we have Sparky. And over here we have my stylist, Brian Knutson. He's in here. You can see how stylish I look today. Okay. Really quick. Minnie just got back from Italy. How long were you there, Min?
3 weeks.
Okay, so Minnie was in, and Chris, you'll love this. I know Malta. I think Malta is part of Italy, right? Yeah. Okay, so Minnie has been teaching us some Italian. Wow. Okay, so I'm going to practice really bit. Here we go. Minnie, tell me if I'm right on this. Ravioli.
Yes.
Cannoli.
Yes.
Gelato. How was that, Chris? Pretty good. Okay, everybody. All kidding aside, this is on YouTube channel. It's YouTube Live, Festool Live. But make sure you check out all the other stuff we have on there. We have the Build Series. We have Festool Shop Talk. We have all kinds of great videos out there for you. And you better stay tuned because we got a lot planned for the YouTube channel. So in saying that, make sure you subscribe to this channel for us, please. And also hit the notification bell. Also, Festool Live will live on Instagram and Facebook. Thank you, Brian. He's always helpful. Okay, this is episode number 80. And this is really special because you're going to see how absent-minded I can be. About a month and a half ago, we were doing a router video, and someone said, hey, where's the router video for the 1400? I go, it's on there. This is episode number 80, and guess what? I went back and checked. We have one, and Big D and Chris have listed this on the YouTube channel. We have done one on an overall, which was, I think, episode number 2, right? Or episode number 1, we did an overall. No, episode number 1 was the 500. Episode number 2 was either CTs or routers. It was one of the first 3. And you know what? I concentrated on a lot on the OF 1400. But then we did one on the 2200. We did one on the OF 1010. We did one on the MFK 700. And we did a lot of router accessories. And we used the 1400, but I never gave a basic overview / primer of the OF 1400. So guess what I got for everybody? An OF 1400. And the way I wanted to organize this is I thought back pre-pandemic when we were doing training classes here and how I was taught to teach the 1400. What I learned and what I taught the 1400 to folks. So I'm going to step through it. Okay. Some of it may be repetitive on other episodes, but it's more of like a deep dive into the 1400. I'm not going to cover everything because guess what? That leads to another episode on a deeper dive on the 1400. Okay. And saying all that, I just wanted to give you the provenance on this episode, and we're going to start right over here. Okay. So there's 2 great things about the 1400. And what makes it completely different from all other routers out there? And we all know it's part of a system. Okay? But, and someone may say, that's not true. My blah, blah, blah brand can do this. But not as well. Okay, so here's what I'll call out. The router works on the rail, or in conjunction with the rail. It's part of the overall system, okay, the 1400, right? But it also has exceptional dust extraction in all aspects of it. And important to that is somebody will say, oh, a lot of my router, blah, blah, blah brand has this. But if it's not easy to put on and off, you're not going to use it. Well, guess what? I'm going to show you how easy the dust extraction is to put on and off as I step through this today. And you'll pick up some pointers on there because a lot of you out there have been anticipating this. I think many of you said Rob from Cinnaminson, my buddy. He's been anticipating this one. This one's for you, Rob. There's a lot of other people have reached out to us. So here we go. Okay. Oh, the other question I get all the time with the 1400 is what accessories do I need? Okay, and I'll cover a couple of the top accessories for this. Okay, so over the years, and I saw this one time, someone said, how does that work with the rail in conjunction with the rail? And they see the flat spots here. And I saw one guy tell another guy once, oh, you can run it up against the rail like this. Well, in theory, you can. But my favorite over the years has been, someone said, you can actually use it up against this rib on the rail. So I told that person, yep, you can, but make sure you have a rail for every diameter bit you have. Okay, so people get really confused with this, so I want to step through it. You're going to need these. These are the rods. These come with your 1400. They're in the bottom of your sustainer. They kind of go missing because it's kind of like black on black. Okay, but just make sure, I know we pack them and everything, but you're going to need them. They're down there. Now, someone says, why do you put that in there? It's because there's two key accessories that work with those rods. The guide stop, okay, it comes just like this, and also the parallel edge guide. Now, I covered that parallel edge guide, but I'll cover it again today if we have time. Okay, so we include the rod so you're already pre-set up for some of the top accessories for the OF 1400 system. Okay, so when you first get this, and I just got to reach in here really quick. I should have gotten this earlier, my posi drive screwdriver, but I do have one right here in my Festool hand tool kit. Okay, when you first get the guide stop, I want you to look. There's two pieces to it, okay? And if you notice right here, there's some screws. You have to, and it works on this rib or this rib. Okay, only one rides on it, but you have to knock out what we call the lateral tolerance or the slop. So to do that, you take a posi drive screwdriver and you can, and I'll just do it like this, and you can knock out the lateral tolerance by pushing that tab forward so it slides really nice on there. Okay, and you got to micro adjust there. So that's how that works. The way I like to check it out is I like to put a big lever on it just like this. So the rods go in here like this. And I always offset them because it's easier to get onto the base of the router like this for alignment because they're precision. But I'll go like this and lock them in, and I'll check just like this to make sure there's no wiggle. Hopefully that's a good tip for you. So I got my guide stop set up. I'm going to put a bit in the router. And this is a great call out on the 1400. It's this tab right here. So it comes with a 24 millimeter wrench, and I'm going to set you up for success here, okay, when I get to profiling over here, okay? You see there's a flat spot on here. See this? This is on the shaft of the router. This is the actual collet, okay? I'm going to take the bit and put it in here like this. Just bring it out ever just a skosh like this. The wrench does not go on here. It goes on the collet. Someone will say, well, what's that for? Aha! You'll see it in a few minutes. So if I'm tightening it, I'm going to press it here. And you've probably done this with the two wrench system. You'll go like this. You'll hold one wrench and you'll take this off and go like this. This is one of the beautiful things about the 1400. Check this out. It's a ratcheting collet just like that. So that saves you a few seconds here and there in changing bits. And to take it out, you just press this tab. And listen, you can just take that bit out just like this. So I'm going to tighten this up again. Just like this. Okay, and I'm ready to go. I put an 18 millimeter bit in there. So, Minnie, really quick, you're good at metric. What is half of 18? 9. Did Canute tell you? Okay, you guys are good at metric. Okay, good. Okay, so we have that like that. Now, I want you to pay attention to this knob right here. On other router systems, there's several knobs to tighten up on the rods of a parallel edge guide. Well, with the OF 1400, there's only one knob. It's the central clamping element. And as I place that on there, that's all I have to do. Is just tighten that one knob. I actually call it the uniknobber. Okay. The Ted Kaczynski? No, you got it, Minnie? You got it? Okay, good. Okay. Hey, that people who know me, that's the 1,423rd time I've said that. Not bad, huh? Okay. Now, there's another key element in setting it up on the guide rail. It's this foot. So you see how I have the router partially riding on the rail? Okay. This has a tendency to do what? Tip off like this. So what the support bracket does is what? Supports. Man, Big D, you're paying attention. You got a front row seat right there. Okay, so you see how I have it on there? But it's got a scale. So, everybody out there, correct me if I'm wrong. Does anybody else's router have a precise 100% dead-on center line on their base? If they do, please let me know, because I don't think there is. Okay? Wait a minute. I know there isn't. Okay? It's because you see these rods right here? On all our routers, we precision grind them. So when we place them on this base, we can actually tell you, because there's no wiggle room in here, that that's my center line on my router bit. Watch. Come over here, Chris. Make sure you get this. That's the center line right there. That's 0. Over here, Chris. Come on over here. That's the center line right there. Okay? And if you go around, which I'm not going to make you, Chris, right here, there's another center line. So you have precise lineup. Does that save you time? If anybody's ever set up a parallel edge guide or set up a jig they've made to do a dado, right? Or a groove, more so a dado, because dado's cross grain, or a mortise, that is a huge time-consuming operation. With the Festool system, check this out. See my center line? I'm going to bring that right over to the center line, just like that. Now, Chris is in the way. I'm going to eyeball it just like this. And you know what? That's pretty good for this operation today for me. Now, I have that set up, right? So if I have an MFT table, I got unbelievable repeatability, don't I? See that? I have that set up. So I can do multiples now. Oh my God, I'm going to take it a step further. Am I breathing hard yet? I'm good? Okay, good. Okay, so Minnie already told us half of 18. Here's my 18 millimeters. That's my center line. That's 9. Okay, split the difference. But I want to stop it precisely here. Look, Chris, come over here and start it precisely here. So if I can come in here, Chris, 18 millimeter bit, I'm going to set this scale at 9 right there. Now, you might have one of these. This is called a limit stop. You get these, you get one with your TS saws, right? So if I take that and I slide it in here, I can stop and start this precisely. Okay, I'm going to take my deflector off here every single time. So I'm going to come over here, right? Okay. Man, we're learning about, hopefully you're learning a lot about your 1400, everybody. And see, check this out. See that? Now, if you're in the States, I believe this still comes with the guide stop. And does it come with an imperial or metric? I think it's imperial still. But there are some routers we include the guide stop, and it comes in imperial. So what's half a 3/4? 3/8. Big D looked at me and goes, man, I'm so into metric right now, I don't know 3/4. Okay, so there we go. We can stop and start it precisely. Now, let's talk about something I have seen so many people over the years with routers get wicked confused on. There's no need to get confused. Okay, we are going to set depth. I want to set a depth of 5 millimeters. Okay, so I'm going to take it out. Look at my router bit. I'm going to take it down and I'm going to start at 0. We call that ground 0. And I'm going to lock the plunge down. So now I can mess with this. Now it's got 3 turrets here. You get top, middle, and bottom. I always set for myself in case I have to take depth and steps. Okay, I always set it at the bottom one. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to release this lever down and let my rod drop down to that stop. Okay, now that's at 0, right? Now I'm going to take this setting here and bring it to 0, and then I'm going to take my micro adjust. We're not going to use micro adjust today. There's no need. Hey, that's a good episode, right? Micro adjust. I could show the micro adjust on a bunch of tools, right, for Festool, because we love micro adjust. By the way, I'll just tell you, each one of these clicks is 1/10 of a millimeter. That is daggone precise. I think my hair is 1/10 of a millimeter. Whoop, 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 whoop. Okay, good. Okay, so I have 0 set there. It's ball detented, okay? So I'm going to lift this up. I need, if I lock this in just like this, see how it's setting there? I started it up and I plunged. I would just what? I wouldn't cut anything. So what I'm going to do is release it. I'm going to go 5 millimeters more. And here's how easy it gets, everybody. I'm going to take a precise gauge block, 5 millimeter domino, and I'm going to put it right in there and lock it in. Don't tell me that's not easy. That's how you do depth setting. And over the years, someone says, well, I don't have dominoes. I don't have this. Do you know what's a great gauge block set? Is the shanks of your drill bits. If you have a drill bit index, you can use those. Just put that, say you're doing something at 7 millimeters. Just take that, take your drill bit, put it in there, and you're good. Okay? So that's a kind of a cool tip. I suggest you get the full set of gauge blocks right here. Get Minnie nodding over there. She's going, absolutely. Hey, you know what's really cool? Chris, get a shot of the board really quick. We ain't even halfway done. You guys are unbelievable. Boy, we missed you so much. Okay, so we got depth set, right? Okay, we got depth. We got everything. Now, here is a tip I'm going to tell you on all routers. Before I put the electricity to it, and before I'll put my dust extraction, I do this because I want to verify. I'm going to make sure all my kit, as I call it, is tight. Okay, so I have no movement. The other thing I'm going to show you, and this is going to come, our next operation is going to come to fruition when I talk about this. This is my dust extraction. The beauty of this size, diameter, is 27 millimeter hose. Let me see, I got one of them over here. Look, will go on the inside. Okay? But there's a situation with this. If you're using your 1400 and you're doing a lot of splintery wood, that will go through here, and this is a choke point right in here. Okay? Hopefully you never come up to that, because if you have a 36 millimeter, you eliminate that choke point. Okay, and I'm just going to get that. Oh boy, that's tight, huh? Okay, that eliminates the choke point. So you're going to see where I'm going to use a 36 millimeter on this all the time. Now, I don't need to do it on this, but there is a window, and when you see the window on this, hopefully you can see it. A lot of people open it up only this far. It's really good to open it all the way. And you're going to see that right over here when I do the profile bit. So I'm going to take that. I'm going to put it in. There's 2 little mortises in here. These are 2 little tenons. Think of it that way. I'm going to place it in here. In this little green tab, I rotate back here, and it holds that dust extraction absolutely perfect. And then I'm just going to rotate this over. And now I'm going to hook up my electricity, my plug-it cord. No matter how much I set up, I'm always getting, discombobulated. Okay. The other thing I do anytime I put electricity to a router is I do this. I cycle off my switch. You don't know if it's coming from where or whatever, and you inadvertently had left it on. Make sure it's off. Okay? I'm going to get the power to it. Remember, with a plug-it cord, it's a full quarter turn. Okay. Next, let me get my hose here. Get it over here like this. I like to do this. Now, before I put on the electricity or the power, my hand goes on here and never leaves. Okay, I'm just gonna verify in case Chris moved my depth rod. Okay, I'm gonna turn it on, and I don't have to lock the plunge in. Look at that. And you're going to see how my hand never left there? I'm going to let it cycle down, and there you go. Dead on and dead on, okay? So I wanted to make sure you saw that, and hopefully that was concise enough for you. Remember, the dust extractor, look, that's all there was, okay? There would have been a lot more. We effectively catch the dust extraction, and you saw how this dust port went on there effortlessly. Okay, next. Shoot.
One is sometimes we have trouble taking the collet out.
Yep.
And needed to know if that needed to be oiled.
I wouldn't necessarily oil the collet, but I would take some light machine oil and put it on a rag and put it on the threads. Take the collet off and put it on the threads. Not of the collet, but on the router itself. Yep.
Maybe for dust collection, the diameter of the router bit was larger than the detachable dust. What do you think?
Hey, who asked that question?
That was Dana Willis.
Hey, Dana, guess what? I'm going to answer that right now on this next operation. Okay?
Metric router bits, that doesn't count.
Okay, so here we go. Check this out. Okay? Dana, that is an incredibly great question because guess what? I used to have that frustration before I came to work at Festool. I had no idea. Guess what I didn't use? This. And I knew there was something up because I know Festool made tools that were easy to use. Okay, now I told you about this, and when I close this out, this is what Dana's asking. Check this out. See the diameter right here? Okay, now watch. This bit I have in here is of a large diameter. So what if I put this on here like this, look, and I go to set my depth? Check it out. Now, I once was talking to a guy at a trade show, and he had several of these. He epoxied that window shut, and he would plunge through to make different apertures for different diameter bits. No, you don't need to do that. Okay, I'm going to open this up and take it out. I'm going to set my depth. I'm going to run a profile because I want you to see the dust extraction on this. Okay, now check it out. I'm going to bring it down kind of where I want it. I'm going to eyeball it. Okay. And once again, I should have checked this earlier because it's been messed with. I'm going to lock it back up here. Okay, I'm going to set my depth rod. I don't need to do it, but I'll just do it. Okay, and I'm going to lock it in. Now, how the heck do I get this on? You put it on after you set your depth. There's no reason. You now have a fixed base router is what I'm getting at. There's no reason to release the plunge. Okay, you're not going to take this router bit and go like this. You're going to start it just like this, right? Okay, so don't raise it up afterwards. But this is why I said open this all the way. Okay, and this is why I get a secondary route. Oh, sorry, Chris. So you can see this. I'm going to bring this over here. I've had so many people come to training classes over the years and go, I've struggled with this for years. I don't use it. Until I show them, look, those flats. See that flat? Not on the collet now, but on the shaft. Guess where this works? Look, let me get a good view of that. It goes over here like this. That's what the window's for. Okay? So what I can do is I can now take this, turn it in the right way. It goes right into those mortises, and I lock it in. Just like this. See? And then I'll come over here, and hopefully you guys can see that, and I'm going to shut the window. And that has, and when I was going through this, I go, I have to show the guide rail, and I have to show how that dust collection goes on. Wicked easy. Now the other part is this. You see the two tabs? Okay, this cup rotates. So if I took this, hooked the dust extraction to it, and started routing, and there's dust extraction on here, okay? I'll have the 36 millimeter on here, and I started going with it. That dust is gonna fly like that. So what this is, we call it a chip catcher, I think. It is actually a blocker. Okay, so I'm gonna take that, and you're gonna see these two mortises in here, and I'm just gonna take that and snap it in. And that rotates with my bit if I go around the corner. Now, the other thing I want to coach you on is I'm going to take this over here like this. Because we have that tab system I have over here. In the States, the 1400 and all our routers come with an adapter, okay, for these two-piece template guides. When I take that and snap it in, it's self-centering. Okay, and to release anything, including the chip deflector or blocker, it's these two green tabs right here. I just hold the router up and go like that, and it pops out. Okay, pretty simple. We also have in our catalog, it makes it easy. These are metric template guides. And I think I did a template guide episode, and I explained how much easier the metric math is on these. And I'll tell you what, if you do a lot of template guides and you've never done metric, you will be a convert after that. So go check out that episode. Okay, so I have this all set up, and let's run it. That's not fresh blood, is it? Okay, good. Organic red dye. Okay, I'm going to get my dust extraction on. Remember, okay, make sure that's off before you get your plug-in cord on there. And let's get this on here. Okay, and let's get it started. Okay, so I'm going to make sure that my bit's away. Look at that. Is that unbelievable? So there you go. And this floor would have been covered if I didn't have that dust extraction. So here's what I'll tell you. And I've said this 100 times to people. If that dust extraction is not easy to put on and off, you're not going to use it. So I tell people, go watch this, use this episode as a primer. So look, I'm just going to take those two tabs. There you go. Look, I'm just going to remove this. Look how easy this is. Cool. Look, I'm back doing something else. Hey, look who it is. It's B. Check out that mask. It's Mr. Rush. How are you? Come in, say hi. Everybody, this is our main man, Brian Rush. He's on Festool Live. You can go watch it. Our new superstar. Okay, cool. Cool. All right. So, next. How am I doing on time? Oh, good. Good. Okay. So, I want to teach you one more thing. You know this is an accessory, the guide stop. Okay. But I want to teach you about another accessory that I always recommend because everybody needs this. And it doesn't matter if it's Festool router or anybody's router. You need a parallel edge guide, okay, to run grooves or flutes or whatever. Okay. But I want to show you how easy it is because of center line. Okay. So what I did is I'm going to run, I think this is a 10 millimeter bit. I scribed the center line here. I just ran that over. Okay. And what a parallel edge guide does is it runs the router parallel to an edge that it references. So this is the one for the 1400. Yes, the rods I've attached. I've offset them so they go on. Okay. But this has a killer built-in micro adjust, and I'll show you that. Okay, so Chris, I'm going to have you come over here so you can check this out. Okay, there's my center line. Okay, so I like to set it up here where my uniknobber is right here, and I'm gonna. I can't help it. Okay, I just can't help it. Okay, now I'm gonna bring it over. Okay, and I'm gonna get it close, and I'm going to tighten this knob, and what? The central clamping knob. Okay. Now, everybody thinks you got to loosen these two knobs. No, those are just holding in the rods. This is the beauty of this parallel edge guide. Chris, get down in here so you can see it. This is where I'm going to be holding it, but it's also, I'm going to loosen it ever so slightly, and now I can micro adjust this. And you see how I can bring that in wicked precise, just like that. And then I just tighten this knob. I'm pretty much ready to go. You guys want me to run this one? Okay, let's do it. We'll just do a quick mortise. I won't go end to end to groove. Woo! All right. Dust extraction. Bam. Okay, and what do you always do before you put that plug-it cord in? You check to see if your motor's off. Oh, let's check to see if I set depth already. Oh, I did. Okay, I did 5 millimeters. I used my precision gauge block. You guys you know how to set depth now. And now I'm going to put my power on. Minnie, you keep writing. I'm going to have a heck of a wrap-up, ain't I? Okay, so there we go. Now, when I'm running this edge guide, I like to put my pressure on here. So, oh, and here's another tip I can give you. Look how I put these clamps to hold the board. The Festool system's amazing. It's not, I want to say we think of everything. We pretty much do, our engineers. But you see how the clamps are, watch, I'll show you. Enough talking about it. Let me get another clamp over here. If I had this clamp, which I know a lot of you set up, just like this, look, and I had it like this, what would happen if I ran this? Look, that would get in the way, right? But I took this clamp. I use this method all the time for the track saw. I took this clamp and I brought it from underneath, just like this, on the MFT, and I made my own hold fast with it. See that? So now, Chris, if you can come in here, when I'm running this, you see how look, I can go right over those hold fasts. Okay, so let's just give this a quick start. Okay. And there you go. So there is your OF 1400. How it works on the rail, how it works with the parallel edge guide. That's an accessory, by the way. Okay. And how to set it up and eliminate. Oh my God, I'm so glad we did this one because I don't think I've covered this. How to eliminate the frustration and how easy it is to put the dust extraction on and off on the OF 1400 system. Whew. Big D, did I cover everything? Okay, oh, really quick, I had written this down earlier. The OF 1400, this is the beauty of it, takes a 1/4 inch collet, an 8 millimeter, and a 1/2 inch. I wanted to cover that so you understood that. Now, when you look in that catalog, there's a lot more accessories. So over the year 2022, we'll probably have a couple more 1400 videos or episodes. So I want to apologize because I thought we had done one in 2020 and 2021 and we hadn't, and I was just like, you gotta be kidding me. So, but we had used it a lot, so I wanted to make sure everybody was cool with it, and now you have a 1400 episode so you can go and tune in and get up to speed with it. Okay, Minnie, we good? All right, I just want to check the oh my God. It's so good being back, isn't it? Oh, okay. A lot of you reached out to me personally over the break that we took, and from my heart, I want to thank you very much. It really I stayed at home on vacation and did a lot, but it was really nice, and I realized how important we have been with everybody out there. And I say we because I was so excited to have everybody back here to participate. Did I call out Brent? He's online, right? I did call him out? Okay, yeah, Brent, thank you so much for doing all you do, answering those questions for us. We really appreciate it. I just want to check with my stylist. How am I doing, Canute? Oh, okay, good. Okay, you ready? Here's my favorite part. Okay, We have Joe from Watseka, Illinois. You thought I didn't know how to say Watseka, did you, Joe? We have Dale from Swadlincote, Coat, England. We have Rob from Cinnaminson, New Jersey. Ron from Harlem, Georgia. Bump Us. Oh, that's good, Minnie. You did phonetic for me. Bump Us, Virginia. Zionsville, Indiana. I know a lot of people there. Ian. Minnie just puts Ian now, but you're from Yorkshire. Was it East or West Yorkshire? East Yorkshire? Hey, Ian, we love you. You're awesome, brother. Russ from Chichester. Mike M. from Austin, Texas. Michael from Edmonton. Trevor from West Australia. Steve from Isla Bermuda. Chris from Malta. What?
Malta is actually a republic and part of the EU. It is not a part of Italy. Chris confirmed.
Thank you, Chris. I was kind of confused there because you got Malta and you got Alba. Alba's the smaller island, right? Off the coast. And that's where Napoleon was exiled to. Did you know that? Hey, Minnie, I knew something smart. Okay, good. Okay, so, Chris, thank you. You're always there with us. Peter Halley, woo, our main man on the fog. Lausanne, Switzerland. Warren from Batavia, Ohio. Andy from Enfield, Connecticut. Independence, Kentucky. Alexandria, Egypt. Is that a first? Woo! Joel from Edinburgh, Scotland. Raymond, Maine. Yeah, baby, Maine. Gateway, Ireland. Galway, Ireland. Des from Harrogate, England. Rich from Lufkin, Texas. Lafayette, Indiana. How you doing, Garrett? Jeff from Clarksburg, Maryland. Don McKelly, you're there from Eatonton, Georgia. We love you. Sun City, West Arizona. Johnny O from Atco, New Jersey. That's a perfect New Jersey name. Johnny O. Okay, James from Somerset, Kentucky. Jason from Fenton, Michigan. Orlando, Florida. Kurt from Rochester, Michigan. The Netherlands, Southern California. Oh, yeah, that's the one. How many? T. Mew from Järvenpää, Finland. Boucherville, Quebec. Soren, Denmark. Wake Forest, North Carolina. Douglasville, Georgia. Dana Y. from Elkhart, Washington. Heather from Hagerstown, Mechanicsville, Virginia. Wolvega, the Netherlands. That's a 2-pack from the Netherlands. Chicago. We have Stuart from Scotland. Stephen from Vegas. Macbeth Hardware in Stockton. Findlay, Ohio. Paul from the UK. Knoxville, Tennessee. Puyallup, Washington. Brisbane, Australia. Man, you guys are staying up late, aren't they? Okay, it's early. It's early late. Whatever. Soren, Denmark. Poland. Carrollton, Virginia. Huntington, West Virginia. Whitestone, New York. Brossard, Canada. Tinley Park, Illinois. You gotta be kidding me. Oh my God, the second side. Oh my God. Selah. Is Judah there? Wow. 2 of our top fans right here in Plainfield, Indiana. Marvin Martin. How are you, Marvin? Miss you, brother. Gavin from London, England. Trenton, Ohio. Fayetteville, Georgia. Kansas City, Missouri. Ooh, Minnie. Pryn Hon de Cardiff, Wales. Okay, Marin, French Alps. Dale from Hillsdale, Michigan. Salt Lake City, Utah. Winchester, Virginia. Hebron. Well, there's a lot of Hebrons out there.
Yeah, but that's like not.
In Maine, we call it Hebron, but here in Indiana, it's Hebron. Whatever. There's a Hebron everywhere. Orem, Algeria. That's new. Hey, Algeria. I love this. South Orange, New Jersey. Olympia, Washington. Germany. Woohoo! George from Naples. Mobile, Alabama. Johnny Rocket from where? Gales?
Gales Creek, Oregon.
Johnny Rocket from Gales Creek. I love that name, Johnny Rocket. It's right there with Johnny O. Kevin from Westmeath, Ireland. Way cool. Paris, Montreal, Denmark, Grand Rapids, Michigan. Hank, you're there, Mr. Donut. Oh, it's Ocean Park, baby. Hank Foreman, we love you, buddy. Akka, Finland. Randers from Jutland, Denmark. Wow, Randy from Toronto, Canada. Huntington Beach, California. St. Paul, Minnesota. Katy, Texas. I know who you are. Auburn, Alabama. Ashburn, Virginia. Dawn from Albuquerque. Minnie, you are right. Shropshire, Arkansas. Or is that Arkansas? Arkansas. Devon, England. Lee Valley. Woo-hoo! We love you. Shout out to Lee Valley. Chesmere, Canada. Pumpkinville, Australia. I just love that name. I want to visit there. Tulalip, Washington. Durham, North Carolina. Kennesaw, Georgia. Bloomington, Indiana. Go IU. West France. Nice. Ottawa, Canada. Brian from Herndon, Virginia. Nashville, Tennessee. Number 80. Oh, we didn't erase that. The Hague, Netherlands. Hey, I have been there. Yes, sir. Okay. Ashburn, Virginia. Anchorage, Alaska. Woo! Yolarvi, Finland. Durham, UK, Belgium. Mason, Michigan. Tallinn, Estonia. Montreal. Toledo, Ohio. Novato, California. Austin, Texas. Dublin, Erie. Falls City, West Virginia. Orlando, Florida. Lucifer and Tom from Ohio. That's a cool name. Lucifer. But the one here on the very corner, get me in here and get this, Chris. This guy is what I would call wicked. That's Victor from Chicago. You inspire me, Victor. You gotta be kidding me, man.
Just in black. And the suspect is
Moorlank, Kansas. Moises from Conroe, Texas. Portugal. Minneapolis, Minnesota. Melbourne, Australia. If that's you, Bruce, hey ho. I get some blue moon. Happy birthday from Dawn from Albuquerque. To Dawn. Happy birthday, Mr. President. And it says my hair is a winner today. Thank you very much. My stylist groomed it for me. He's good like that. He got some product in there for me. Hopefully. Hey, Spark. Say hi. Say hi, Spark. You're awesome, buddy. Okay. Everybody, that is a wrap. Chris asked me how long. He said about 10 minutes. Okay. I don't want to take this much longer, but I want to thank you. We're back. We have so much planned for you this year. We're coming to see you, I think about 7 times throughout the country and in Canada. So we just want to tell you, we love you. Thank you for tuning in. I think this is the most people that have ever watched. We missed you. I missed you. So hang in there. This is number 80. I couldn't believe it when I was doing this week, getting everything ready. I want to thank everybody in this room. I want to thank Brent. Sparky, you look great. I want to thank everybody over in Italy for taking care of Min Min. And that's a wrap. So you guys have a great weekend. We'll see you next week for Festool Live. Thank you very much.